Today what I'm doing is changing this inner rubber, which is making the window go up and down a little bit more slowly. I changed the motor and regulator last week and it did speed things up a little bit, but there is so much dirt and grime around this inner rubber piece that it actually didn't speed the window up that much more. Even after cleaning it, even after putting some lubricant in there, still didn't quite do the trick. And so what I did is I just ordered this new inner rubber piece here and I'm gonna install it. The first thing I'm going to do, so that we have a reference, is time how long it takes the window to go down. 3, 2, 1. It's 306. Reset. Let's try up and time. About 388. Remove each of these caps. Now I'll remove this trim piece. This piece can be a little bit tricky. What I found works well is to start at the bottom, pull it out just a bit, and then you should be able to release the other clip up top. There you go. What I found works well is just using a kind of heftier trim removal tool. There's a little clip that needs to get pushed in this front part. I like to just use this hook to get better leverage because it's always a bit tough to pull this thing out. All right, press down on this tab. This we're going to need again to roll the window down to take the glass off. So keep that nearby. And one more screw. Don't forget to remove the speaker cover. Now I'll take off these popping poles. There are 2 of these on the left side, the outside of the door, and 1 on the inside of the door. 4 screws along the bottom. With all that off, now I'm going to remove the door panel. This light has a connector, so don't pull it off too hard right away. What I found works well is to just pull the panel a little bit away from the door, and along the top here is where you have the main attachment to the frame. So it helps to just pull back a little bit, just like that. All right. Looks pretty good. And there we go. I'm just removing the connector on the inside. These pliers are specifically for connectors, and it works really well. You don't really need this tool at all for these, but just to demonstrate. With that off, now we can start working on this plastic barrier. It's just a moisture barrier, and the way to get this off, at least the way that I am going to get it off, is with an X-Acto knife, and goal here is obviously to put it back. We'll pull the plastic away, and as we're doing that, we're going to cut through a bit of this tacky stuff. Behind this, we'll be able to take the window, roll it down to where the service holes are available, and then we'll take the glass off. With these, what I found easiest to do so that you don't break this by pulling from the front, once you have the plastic off, you can reach inside and there's just a standard clip. You just pinch that together and it will come right off. Now I'm going to plug the master switch back in, start the car, roll the window down so that we can get to the service holes, and then I'll remove the glass and we will replace the rubber. All right. This is a 10 millimeter. All right. I'll get you a different angle here. So down here, these are the bolts that we just took off through the service hole here and here. And on this regulator, you'll see that the glass can slide off this little post here. So there's some flexibility. It's the same on both sides. And so what I'm going to do is basically just push this regulator back, which will free the glass to move up and down. And then I will just take the glass off through the top. Pretty easy. I'll probably end up breaking it now because I said that. All right, let's do it. So holding on the top, I'm going to move the glass away from the regulator on each side. Main objective is to not break the glass. What helps is as you move the regulator away, just pull the glass up a little bit. All right. To get this out, we're going to want to rotate in and down. And I will show you that. All right. Perfect. All right. It's good to note these marks. We got a pink dot, upper left. Just pull this away. Yeah, so far so good. I have the new rubber. It's actually easier on this side. You'll see there's a lip here. You want that to fit, obviously, in the inner part of the door frame. So I'm gonna work on that first. Just pinching this rubber together, slotting it in to the frame. It's looking good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and drop this down. inside. Okay, and you can see there's a hard plastic notch on this side and actually up here as well. I'm gonna come back up to the top and make sure. The notch on this rubber corresponds to a slot on the inside of the door frame here. So obviously the purpose of this is so that this isn't going to pull down and away from the frame and pull this rubber down. So make sure this little notch is actually slotted in here. Okay. Looks good. Seemed to work well, just starting from the bottom. I'm doing the same, just pinching the rubber together and pushing it into the slot. Nothing too crazy. Cool, that side's in. Moving along. Easy. Went in no time at all. Sweet. Here we go. So the glass is clean, at least around the edges anyway. And I'll do the opposite of how I took it out. So leading edge goes down. And definitely don't force anything. Cool. That slid into place. And you should be able to feel right away if it's going to slide more easily. And it definitely slides more easily. Okay. Going in reverse, coming down to the regulator. You're just going to slot this window into place. Sweet. That was easy. Torque specs for these, 71 inch-pounds. £71 inch-pounds. Let me go ahead. It is just moving all these out of the way. Now I am reinstalling the cover. Just get these pieces pushed through. Yep. Looks good. Easiest to try to do points, so kind of like middle side, right, before you flatten it out, and then it won't get all bunched up. If you work your way around like this, you'll end up with a big bunched up part off to the side.